still there?
Yes, I am. We are live, by the way. Before you start saying anything.
I never do.
Is that where Vintage is?
I've sent him an invite.
He's just disappeared from the lobby. Yeah, his internet's not one to play up, so I don't know if he's had a power cut or something. Hopefully he can get back in a minute. If not, Tommy is ready to go on standby. Yeah, he's just messaged me saying power cut. So we just wait for Vintage. Yeah, he's just loading in now.
It's alright.
So yeah, Vintage is all good today. Good to go. Tommy, even in the comments, Tommy can stand down. Thanks. He was our first reserve anyway, but yeah, all 20 turned up. Yeah, Championship do tend to be quite good for turning up. Yeah, and as for reserves, say Tommy does reserve quite a lot, but it's going to be, as you can see here at the top, we've got Dylan and Menace Max. The other two in the top three of League One that are going to be reserving today, just to change it up a bit. Vintage is in, he's in his car, so we're all good to go. Let's ready up.
Let's go.
Get this race started. I was going to get a drink, but I've not got time now. I'll go at the end of Q1. Yeah, Belgium, of course, League One. We didn't have any rain. Again, it's another track. Could potentially have some rain. Last week, Netherlands didn't have any, did we? Yeah, oh yeah, as you see as well, driver change. We've had no changes in League One for a good 6 weeks or so in terms of the lineup. But as you can see, Serious Mushroom is now in the AlphaTauri, and that's a full-time drive Mushroom's now got. And he's replaced Bradfield, who joins me in the commentary box. So, got a co-cons partner today, and Bradfield's going to be racing the Premier League tomorrow. He's got a full-time seat there.
Full-time seat, mate, and also wish you a happy birthday, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. I was going to say.
Congratulations. Got this far.
39 long years.
39?
Yep.
I didn't know how old he was.
Yep, that's what he said today. He's good start that is to a co-com's career. Yeah, want him in WNR for another 39 years at least. I ain't having this retiring nonsense from you, Mushroom. No. He's staying, and he's staying for good. We get dry quali at the start at least.
Happy birthday, mate. Hope you had a good day. Hope you enjoyed it, my man.
Can hardly hear me saying Mushroom. Really? That's normally Justin.
Am I sounding alright? I should be alright.
You sound fine to me. You sound alright to me, yeah. So yeah, as for reserve, we've got Menace Max replacing Woods tonight. And in the Haas, where is he? Dylan's replacing Alpha Fox as well. So the bottom two in the standings aren't racing tonight. So that's not going to help them try and prevent getting relegated. Good chance for Adam maybe to pick up some points to pull clear of him. Even a sloth. Can hear him loud and clear saying Tommy. Yeah, as Tommy's saying, Mushroom's getting old, that's why he can't hear. Serious Mushroom, make sure you clean that seat. That's been Bradfield's been in that seat. Oh yeah, give it a good scrub.
Yeah, definitely.
Even in the Vintage, even in Sloth, even in Theo. Even to Joe Whittaker as well. Yeah, I think he's talking about young Tommy as well after he won in League One, didn't he? It's a great win from young Tommy. Yeah, Jones in second as well for the AlphaTauri, so great race from him.
Yeah, he done well there.
Now, it was Menace Max in third, wasn't it? I think Dylan was running the podium places and had a spin late on, I think. I saw it not far in front of me. Yeah, hopefully he can avoid that air. No, not many cars out on tracks. We have got the glitch, of course. We're about 40 seconds ahead, but yeah, Ayrton and Adam are out. On the track is a long lap round here, isn't it? One of the longest on the calendar. if not the longest. Let's have a quick look through the standings then. Sorry, just check my messages. That's the wrong league. Championship standings, here we go, and look how tight this is at the top. Slothry gained P1 the standings after his P2 last week in the Netherlands. Liam was third, so it shows how close it is. There's 1 point between them. Sloth's on 214, Liam's on 213, and then 8 points back is Vice Sheng. So that top three is separated by 9 points. 65 points further back, so the parts are in P4. And then Bevs and Jake are close behind. Yeah, at the bottom, the Alpha Fox and Woods are on minus points. And then Irish is on 0, but you know, he's got the pace, hasn't he? He's just been quite unlucky in the 4 races he's done so far. Adam, Vintage, Theo, Ayrton and Cryptic are the ones just above the relegation zone. Yeah, Carlstone down. So bottom 3 is Irish, Alpha Fox and Woods. Ayrton's just overtaken Adam. Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? We've still got a lot of races to go, but needs to pick up the points soon enough. And there we go. Ayrton's going to be first on his lap then. It's quite wide going to turn 1, quite deep there. So we'll get a better exit from that. Yeah, I'd get really close to that inside curve personally.
Yeah, so that's second gear.
Here we go, Napo Rouge. Radiant, yeah, he's done well. It's a lot easier, I think, on this game than it was last year's game, because I was spinning all the time up there. But wonder what the weather forecast is going to be like, don't know yet. Yeah, it takes a lot of that curve. The parts is left the session. It is on open, it is on friends only, so you can just go on the friends list and then join back. Done that today for see if that works. Yes, hugs that inside curve, that's good there from Ayrton, and he's taken that really nicely. Got to avoid that curve on the left, it'll fly you off. Easy place to invalidate here. And nearly went 4 wheels wide, didn't he? Don't do a Giovinazzi, don't clip that inside curve. Nearly 4 wheels off. He's done that really well there, and again. Been a good lap so far. Again, hug the inside right. Almost, yeah, clip the curve, nearly 4 wheels wide here. He's not pushed it too much through there, Ayrton. This is another place to go 4 wheels wide on the left to invalidate. And again, he's pushing it to the limits there. See a few wheels come off there when that curve comes in.
Lovely lap on Ayrton.
It has been a good lap. Let's get it, Plotters, saying Tommy. Yeah, Plotter's done really well, hasn't he? He's on a lap as well at the moment. There's a lot of traffic through sector 2, I see on the mini-map. Or full track map, actually. And into the bus stop chicane. Easy to lose traction through here for such a small speed zone. But yeah, it's been a really decent lap there from Ayrton. And he comes across the line. It's a 1:43, but Adam does it by over a tenth. We've got Mercedes, that's Jake the Slayer on his out lap. We're going board. Oh, Plotter's invalidated his lap, so young Tommy won't be too happy about that, I don't think. Bevs is on a lap as well, he's going through bus stop. No, he's not, he's invalidated his time. There's McKenty now coming across the line to start a lap. We've got Vintage on a lap. He's invalidated too. It's not the hardest track for invalidating times, but a few drivers are struggling early on. Shadows on the lap. Plotters, Liam, we'll watch Liam. Have a look at the overhead view of his lap. Go through the constructors standings, and yeah, it's McLaren in the lead by 30 points. Liam, of course, is on board with him, and McKenty as well. He's got back to form in recent weeks, and that's really helped them push them 30 points clear of Williams in second. Then we've got Red Bull in third. At the bottom is Racing Point with just 18 points. Cryptic and Theo need to up their game a little bit, but Theo was on for some points last week. His connection let him down. And it's a 1:42. Half a second on this track. It's going to be bigger margins. I know we saw last week Netherlands really close, about a second between a lot of the field. Of course, with it being a longer lap, the margin's going to be a lot bigger. So that's actually not too far clear. And oh yeah, Boisheng's just run out that. Liam's not blocked in there. See, Shadows has gone to P4, just in behind Adam and Ayrton. We've got Sloth.
If Theo's going to get a slight toe off McKenty here.
Yeah, right, that's not Sloth, that's Ayrton. Sorry, I was looking at. Let's have a look at Theo. Yeah, he might do here actually. Let's go McKenty saying Niall Kelly. McKenty's backed off a bit there. I'm not sure if this is going to be a quick lap from McKenty. Oh, it is actually. It's a great lap. P2 is ahead of Liam. Jake the Slayer went up to P1 just before that for 1:42.4. About to see a Haas cross the line, and that is going to be Dylan. Oh, Dylan's up to P1. Brilliant lap from Dylan. League 1 driver. Definitely going to get the 141s today, I can guarantee you that. Equaz is just on an out lap. Sloth's next across the line, set a time lap. Let's have a look at Sloth then. I'm sure it's going to be a quick time. Mushrooms have to 1:42.0. There we go. We're definitely going to see 141 today, no doubt about it. Good time lap from Sloth. Sloth and Plotter's up to P3 as well.
140.15, I think we'll see Q3.
But yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I think Equaz will watch, go on board, take us through this lap with Equaz, Justin.
Let's have a look. Where has he gone?
On the track.
My old teammate. Taking every curb there. Pushing it to the limit.
Validated.
That's the thing you're doing, and you've got to push those track limits, haven't you? Yeah, you can. Yeah, smooth out of there. Just went a bit wide there, I think, yeah. Be alright.
He's invalidated.
So on this track, you have to push the track limit sometimes. Just to gain a little bit.
You want to set the maximum time, but yeah, it's only just. It's really minimal. Ooh, go straight in the wall there. Yeah, it's minimal though, isn't it? There, it's hard. We saw a car. I can't remember which car it was.
Some of these track limits, especially in Belgium, are stupid. You can touch the curb and you get validation.
They're incredibly strict.
It's ridiculous. I hope these people, when they test this 2021, they sort these track limits out. You ever test it and think, oh, that's alright, these track limits are alright, it's an absolute clown.
Got kicked, same mushroom. Yeah, it's on, yeah, he's just joined back. It's on friends only, so you should be able to join back through the menus. Vai Sheng, let's see what time he can do. I think we might see a 141 here. Let's see, Vai Sheng's back across the line, 141.4.
Oh, he's had a 144 ready.
So, just insane, you'll get a 141.5 if we're lucky in Q3. We've gone a 10th better than that in Q1. Brilliant there from Vai Sheng. Liam's doing a few practice laps he normally does. I think Bev's, yeah, he's not invalidated this time. Bev's. DRS is open, he's back across the line, 142.7, P7 there for DT Bev's. Other Ferrari's back across the line, it's Farf, he's now going to start his lap. Ayrton as well, about to start a lap. Cryptic, Cryptic invalidates there as we join on board with him in sector 2. Nearly lost the control of the car there. We'll watch Farf go through Eau Rouge. You want to avoid that curb on the right hand side, but Farf's done well there. We're going aboard Menace Max then, reserve in the championship today. Jake's saying it's one of his weakest tracks, he's up in P5 at the moment, looking quite good. Mind you, only 12 drivers set time so far. Make that 13, Menace Max. And look at the League 1 reserve, Dylan and Menace Max. They're both looking good to get promoted next year alongside Tommy.
Oh, 100%.
And look at them, they're doing really well. We'll watch Equaz, he invalidated his first lap, he's about to set his second lap. This one he's going to count. Equaz crosses the line, it's P8 for Equaz, gets ahead of DT Bevs. We've got Parter as well. Yeah, it says for us as well, it always does that. Yeah. Let's watch the Parter then. The Alfa Romeo goes up to P7. The Alfa Romeo team looking really strong of late, aren't they? With Plotters, been with him for a good few weeks now, hasn't he? Vai Sheng, I think he's just on a slow lap. Yeah, he had a great start this season. He won a race in Spain after Liam lagged out, but yeah, it's difficult. The field's definitely got stronger, isn't it, with some of the additions we've had. Of course, today, Jake the Slayer's got a Q2 band, don't forget about that. Farf goes up into P4, it's a great lap there from Farf. Yeah, splits Dylan and Menace Max with 2 League 1 reserves. Irish is on an out lap. Yeah, we've now got 16 drivers at set times. Cryptic's back in the pits after being validated. Irish now starts this lap. Mushroom and Vintage, the other two, yet to set their times. Don't actually think we've got anyone on a lap at the moment. Nope, we haven't.
Well, 7/10,
2.1 seconds between 16 us. Take away Vaisheng's time. It is close between, I'd say, Theo in 13th and up to Sloth in 2nd. There's less than a second between them. Yeah, Adam, Ayrton and Shadders, they're in trouble there. Shadders is now on the lap, back out on the track. We're going to go on board with Irish though. Not with that camera, just going on board. It's going to show us lap. Irish new potato then. I think Mushroom's now on the lap too, he's just started his lap. Yeah, he has. We'll watch Irish for now. When Irish crosses the line, we'll go on board with Mushroom. Irish through sector 2 then. Again, don't want to clip that curve. Yeah, lots of pace he's carrying through there. Irish got the line absolutely perfect as well. Yeah, Jake the Slayer's got a Q2 ban, so that was the incident involving himself and his teammate Irish New Potato and Equals last week down at turn 1. We've also got a Q3 ban for DT Bevs after Cryptic Caliboy went off on the final lap. So yeah, they're the bands you need to watch out for.
Get up in the race. He's definitely got a podium.
Absolutely, he's got the pace. He's got to keep it together in the race. He's been unlucky a couple of weeks.
Right, he's been more. I think he's been more consistent now than he ever has. To be honest with you, I think he's had issues with his wheel and his pedals.
Oh, he's sliding a bit there, coming out the final corner, coming out the bus stop. But even still, he's up in the P2, and he does look like the nearest challenger to Vaisheng and Sloth's battle, doesn't he? Talking of Sloth, he is on another lap. I think he's just doing preparation laps for his next round of quali. Serious Mushroom and P19, we'll go on board with him.
Yeah, I know what it is. See what he can do.
See if he's done any better than Bradfield in that seat, and it is a really good lap. P4 for Mushroom, that's a really good lap. Great pace he's got there. Of course the track is getting a bit quicker, and Liam's had to go out on fresh soft circ, but he's down in P14, and yeah, in big danger there at the moment. Yeah, Theo just in the 142s, isn't he? He's in a danger seat at the moment. Shadders has invalidated his time, so hopefully he's got enough fuel on board to get round and do another lap. He's in P16 at the moment. Adam in 17th now on the track. Ayrton's in the pits, he's going to have to come out. And it looked like a really good lap on board of Ayrton, didn't it? But he's down in P18 at the moment. And then Cryptic and Vintage yet to set times. And again, if you look at the bottom 6 at the moment, you know, again, there are no huge shockers in there, are there? However, Liam and Bevs are probably in a bit of danger there.
Yeah, I think Theo can get through. I think if he puts it...
His quali pace is really good, yeah. Yeah, Vintage 16th, Cryptic 13th, Ayrton 14th, Theo 15th, Adam 17th. So yeah, looking at the Shadders is up in 8th, but I don't think... Same as me really, quali pace isn't the biggest thing for him, it's mainly the race pace. And yeah, Shadders has been unlucky as of late. He started the season really well. He had 5th, 7th, 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 4th, 8th for Shadders. Then the last 7 races he's got 8th and 10th, and then he's got 5 races without points. So yeah, I mean Shadders up in 8th, it shows how hard he's worked in the first part of the season. But yeah, hopefully he can get a bit of luck go his way. And Liam on his lap then, he's 6 tenths up, we'll watch him come out the final corner. We've got Mercedes and Jake the Slayer going up to P6, that's him definitely safe then. Don't forget we're about 40 seconds ahead, so we're on about 1 minute. Oh, he's nearly invalidated there, Liam. Sloth's retired in the pits, he's safety through, and Liam safety through into the 141, so it's a really good time left for Liam. Don't forget the track is getting a bit quicker towards the end of this session as the cars are laid more rubber down. Serious Mushroom into the pits, yeah, he's really happy with that lap. Oh, and I thought Dylan was just flying to the wall there.
Yeah, I think he backed out, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just moving out of the way, I think, there, Dylan. Red Bull back to cross the line, that's Adam now to start his lap. Yeah, Shadders is on another lap, he's slightly up coming out of sector 1, he might need a bit more time than that though. Yeah, Bevs, Equals and Mackenzie all out on track 2. The Alfa Romeo is staying in, but I think they're definitely quick enough. Menace Max 2. Adam going through Eau Rouge then, keeps it together. Ayrton Oh, depending on how long we got, it might be in the race to get back to the pits here. Cryptic on a lap. Vintage going very wide there. Vintage into the Giovinazzi corner. Yeah, we'll just call it Giovinazzi corner. Yeah, Vintage could be in trouble here, although he might have another lap in him, depending on the time. Yeah, he should easily actually. Watch Cryptic Alibi, he's going to be the next one to cross the line. In fact, Bev's is, but that's just to start a lap. Here goes Cryptic then. He got onto Q3 last week, didn't he, in the Netherlands? He was unlucky not to get points.
Well, he's going to go again.
This is a slow lap, obviously, but he's been saving up. Let's see what he can do this time. No one's crashed out yet, I don't think. Not a single driver's crashed out. Well, Cryptic's going to now, because I've said that. Shadows does go up to P15. Yeah. Creeps ahead of Theo. Will it be enough? Not too sure. You see Vintage go up to P19. Cryptic gets through. And yeah, we've got checkered flag, but of course we're about 40 seconds ahead, so I think Ayrton might make it. Vintage is going again, yeah, he definitely needs to find some more pace. He would have lost about half a second for the Giovinazzi corner, and he's nearly lost the throw. He's done well to hold it together there. Cryptic is, well, more than that up on his time.
He's pushing it.
Vice Shengs retired in the pits, that's of the top 6. Ooh. Cryptic's pushing it to the limits, and he's got to, isn't he? He's down last moment and going out. In fact, Theo's going to be first to set his lap, isn't he? Let's have a look at on board with Theo. Actually, Adam's coming into the pit, so he's invalidated his time. Adam's going to be out. Let's have a look at Theo then. Theo's going to cross the line. Will he push Shadows out? Theo crosses the line. No, he doesn't. Theo's going to be out himself in P16. He couldn't improve in his final time. Ayrton is on a lap in Sector 1 and he's up. Vintage in 19th, going for the end of Sector 2. Cryptic is going to be first though. He's not set a proper time yet, Cryptic. So it's difficult to tell how far. He said he's about 4.5 seconds up, but we honestly don't know, because there's no true reflection to base it on so far. Valbrigade Mushroom Driver 168 equals, yeah, looking really good for Alpha Tauri at the moment. Equals isn't safe yet though. Cryptic crosses the line. He's only 18th, so Cryptic Alibi is out as well. Both racing point are going to be out in Q1. Vintage is actually down on his time, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. I can't see Vintage getting through, and yes, Shadows might make it here. Don't think Vintage is going to challenge anything here. No, he's not. He's going to start last, and Ayrton's invalidated. So Shadows survives. He's under big pressure there, Shadows, and we said he needs a bit of luck and deserves a bit of luck. He's got a bit of luck to get through there. He's really tight down the bottom.
15 for the 142. 42.9.
Yeah.
Great times.
140. Yeah, just being in the 142s weren't enough as Theo's found out. Theo's starting down 16th, then didn't set a quick enough time. Stupid limits, same Cryptic, yeah, backing up what Bradfield said earlier. Track limits around here. I'm alright with them, but I can see, yeah.
I don't mind
compared to real life.
Sometimes.
You see in real life, all flying off the corners, 4 wheels off, and it gives you penalties here. It is a shame. But yeah, Theo's out. A few attempts back is Adam. Close between Adam and Cryptic. Ayrton a little bit further back, and Vintage is about half a second further back. We did see him make a mistake where he is now on the track, actually, on his first lap. Yeah, he crashed into the back of Cryptic. Go on. There we go, in Q1. All done. I'll leave Bradfield to have a little look through the times then, and I'll be back for Q2 as quickly make a drink, and I'll see you in a minute.
141.4. And Irish New Potato, yeah. He's nearly 4 tenths behind now. I think Voishen, he's definitely rapid there. And then Liam, 141.9. Sloth 142.0. Yeah, they're quite close to be honest with you. I think from first, well, not first, I'd say from 4th to what, Theo? Or Shadows? Yeah, it's not too bad. These times are wicked, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think I'd even be in the, I don't think I'd get out of I'd struggle on them times. Now we'll see what we do in Q3, Q2. He's going to go out first. he's going to be the hero and go out first. I should imagine everyone, most of them will go on softs. Highway isn't too bad around here. Shadows. Wonder who is going to go on the medium zone. Who are going to risk it? Chance of doing his out lap. See what else we got going out. Few drivers out. Go on, Shadows, go get pole, mate. 139. Got a few drivers out. What Irish going to do? Is he going to do a banker lap, or is he going to go full throttle on this one?
I do apologise you haven't listened to him for a few minutes. I'm back.
Love it. You love it.
Shadows then is first.
I'm not a commentator, so
On a lap.
I'll do the best I can.
Well, neither am I, but
Nah, you're 100 times better than me, Carl. I can do it. I can do it.
you say what you see, don't you? Yeah,
Yeah,
as you can
got
see,
Shadows out.
I'm surprised. Yeah, it's soft medium round here, or medium soft. I think you got bigger advantage going for the mediums round here, though. Definitely, it is a pretty quick race.
I don't know, because the tyre wear, I'd, like I say, I'd start on softs. You never
Jake
know.
Slayer, you retire that
Safety
car.
You don't know.
You retire that car now. Go on, Jake. Yeah, as you know, Jake's got a Q2 ban. Yeah, Shadows and Dylan now on laps. Dylan's now starting sector 2. Just come off the straight. Less of the old saying serious mushroom. He's not old at all.
Yeah, I'm only 34, mate.
Yeah.
Quite young compared to you, mate.
Run like you're 54. Hopefully it's Alpha Man and getting Shadows away. Gets out of the way just about. Medium soft sane Theo, yeah, absolutely. That's the strategy I'd go for. Yeah, Irish on lap 2.
Depends where you qualify. Depends where you qualify. If you're at the front, you're on the softs. If you know you're quick, anyway. And
Yeah.
you never know. El Rouge first lap.
143.4 for Shadows. Irish a bit further back, so we're going with Dylan. He's going to be next to set his time. Both Alfa Romeos are out on the softs as well. They worked well together last week, the Alfa Romeo team. I think we'll see more of the same today. Dylan then, that's just a slow lap for him. I think he's done one on the old soft tyres. He's used some Q1 as Jake retires in the pits after that Q2 ban. Irish then in P3, watch his lap. I think he's going to be the next one to set his time as Mushrooms in front, but he's on an out lap. Automatic feels so slow on this track, saying Theo.
Have you got your new wheel yet, mate? Or?
He said he was getting it last week, obviously not.
Yeah.
But yeah, Theo was a lot quicker last week, weren't he, on automatic in the Netherlands?
Yeah, stick it on automatic, mate.
Irish then, as you can probably tell, again, it is just a banker lap for him on what I presume are those scrub tyres. Menace Max is on an out lap, both Alfa Romeos. Plotters invalidated, Lepart is out just in front of him. Now watch his lap. We've got both Renault in front, one's on an in lap, one's on an out lap. Yeah, Plotter's had a great run of form, hasn't he, since he's been in the championship. Let's have a look. I think he joined in Austria. Where did he join? Yeah, it was in Austria, and so 4 races ago. He's already 9th in the standings. He's come 3rd, 7th, 3rd and 4th in his 4 races, so he's done really well, Plotters. But the part of his teammate just crossed the line. He does a 1:42.2, so yeah, that's a genuine time there. He's looking to start on the softs. There is Plotters himself, and he's going out to do another lap on those softs. Not ideal, he's going to be starting on 2-lap-old soft tyres. Liam's on an out lap. Equals is the first car out actually on the mediums. Weissschenk's gone out on softs as well. Man in 3rd in the championship at the moment. Yeah, Liam's now starting his lap. I think that's... Where's Mushroom? Oh, Mushroom's invalidated his time. He's in sector 3. Irish... Yeah, I think
nearly invalidated. I don't know how he didn't invalidate there.
He's only on... he's on his scrub tyres, I think, anyway, isn't he? Although he is really pushing it, so I'm not sure if he's going to do this and then come straight in the pits or what. See the Alpha Tauri get away really nicely for him. What does he do here? Yeah, he comes in the pits. He was just pushing it on those scrub tyres as we thought. I think Shadow's gone again. I think Shadow's going for... Not sure what he's doing. Menace Max though in sector 3 has invalidated also, and yet another one to invalidate. Another one. Equals in sector 1 on the mediums. Liam's invalidated. Liam in sector... A lot of cars are invalidating, aren't they? They're really pushing it.
It's ridiculous.
But
you can't touch the curbs.
Yeah, Belgium's not normally one you see huge amounts of penalties for, but yeah, lots of cars are struggling early on.
Yeah, like Hungary, obviously you can't touch some of the curbs, but these ones, majority of the time you can.
Young Tommy saying, can't wait to race with or against Plotters next season. Such a clean and quick driver. They do love each other, those two in the comments, don't they? They've got a bit of a bromance going on. I bet they'd love it if they were teammates. Just like Bradfield and Serious Mushroom.
He's my best friend, Serious Mushroom.
Equals then on the medium tyres. You can tell just by watching this lap, there's not as much grip on those tyres. You lose the back end a couple of times. Be interesting to see how quick he's going to be. You see Irish has now switched to the mediums. Dylan's on the mediums too. Yeah, a lot more switched over now. They'll probably just do one run on them though. Yeah, you've got to be careful not to invalidate there on that final corner. I've done that lots of times. Equals crosses the line. Good lap from him. He's ahead of Shadows. 1:42.8. Just 6/10 off the Parters. Soft time. We saw Plotters got to Peter as well in his second one on those softs. We've got Sloth on the softs again. Impossible to tell at this stage if they're scrubs or if he's genuinely going for this. To start on the softs.
You have to start calling Serious Mushroom Grandad. I think he's the oldest one on there, isn't he? I think
Vintage. Vintage.
Oh, Vintage, is he?
I'm not sure how old Vintage is. But he could be pushing it. I'm not sure. Yeah, you're not far off. Oh, soft wibbling and wobbling at the final corner. But a 1:41.5 is a brilliant time there from Sloth. Just a 10th off Weissschenk's times. Talking to Weissschenk, he's going to be next. Sloth's going to be safety through and starting on the softs as well. So they're not scared to start on the softs. Let's see what Weissschenk can do. Can he get as close to Sloth? Yes, he can. By about a 10th. Brilliant lap there again from Weissschenk. But the margin is close. He's not improved on his Q1 time. Plotters is now coming in the pits. So Weissschenk and Sloth are through. They're both going to be starting on the soft, so that's going to make it more interesting if anyone's going to get through on the medium. So I wonder if and Irish is out on the medium, so this could be good. We've got a good race brewing up here if Irish does manage to get through on the mediums. It's a great time by Sloth saying Mushroom. Yeah, absolutely. Just a 10th off Weissschenk. I've got no doubt that Weissschenk's got some more pace in the bag. As for Kenty's up to P7 on those fresh mediums. I think Weissschenk's got a couple more temps in him, but then again, so might Sloth. Oh, and Irish is losing it. He's lost it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
no traction,
lucky. You can tell he's on no traction. That's that medium
That's
run
what I've
ruined.
done a few
But
times
he's
with no
very lucky
traction.
he's not lost his wheel there. Yeah, it's just so easy to make those kind of mistakes on no traction.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got enough time to get back round. He's got no front, well, he has got some of a front wing, so that'll help him get round at least to the pits, and he will have time to change that, well, get a nose cone on it. Oh,
That's not me. I'm going to go no traction tomorrow.
this is going to be close actually, whether Irish has time or not. Obviously he's allowed to cut a couple of corners to get there, but there's not many corners to cut in Belgium. Shadows in front, is on an outlap, and yet, oh, he's still trying to go around the track. There we go, yeah, he needs to cut that. Yeah, it's race against time for him as McKenty's, I don't know if he's invalidated there or if he's done it previously. I think it's just a slow lap for McKenty anyway. Vice Schengen on an in lap, I presume. He is well and truly safe. As we see, Dylan got up to P6 and that's on the mediums. He's just off equals there, and that could be important. Yeah, he's not going for another lap. Irish, yeah, race against time to get back in the pits. If he gets in the pits, I say, oh, it's going to be tough to call whether he can get back out or not. Yeah, obviously Jake Lesley, who tries Mercedes, not looking too good at the moment in this session for him. Bevs is out on the mediums, Mushrooms out on the mediums. Liam and Menace Max both on laps on the softs. I think Liam's actually, yeah, Menace Max just started that. So Liam's going to be the next one to set a time. One point off the lead in the championship. In the McLaren, leading the constructors. And after this week, we've got, this is race 15, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 races to go after this week as well. Getting to the business end of the season. Been a neat lap so far from Liam. As he comes into the bus stop chicane. Gets a good exit onto the straight. DRS open for Liam. Can he get close to the top two? I wouldn't say close in terms of time, but position-wise he is. He splits the Alfa Romeo off in a P4. 9 tenths off P1 there, Liam, but yeah, I think he might be alright there. Especially with one of the cars already been announced. Sloth's retired too. Yeah, it does. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, top 2, top 3, they look safe, don't they? Serious Mushroom on his mediums running. Menace Max is going to be next to set his time. He's on the soft tyres as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get ahead of Equaz. I think that's a gap he's going to be looking at. Ahead of Equaz, who's been on mediums, and Dylan there too. He'll want a time in between the Alfa Romeos around where Liam's done, and he beats that by a good couple of attempts. What a lap there for Menace Max, up into P3. That's a really good effort there, and he's going to be safely through, starting on those soft tyres. I think Irish has just come out, and I don't think he's going to have time. He's on the soft tyres. He's going to race it round. Again, if it was a track where you could cut a couple of corners, he might be all right, and he's trying absolutely there. He's going to have to cut the corner in front as well. Serious Mushroom, yeah, he's coming for the straight, isn't he?
Come on, lad.
Just want to see if Irish is going to cut this corner completely. I think he will. He needs to. There we go. He's done it. Oh, he's lost. He gets ahead of his teammate by a good couple of attempts. Who's also on the mediums, but Equaz is now just in front of Mushroom, starting a lap on those soft tyres. Shadows in P10 now on the softs as well. Irish on his outlap, absolutely pushing it to the limit to try and get to that checkered flag. Those softs are going to be burning up though. Fast on outlap. Bevs has started his lap. In fact, he's in sector 2 of his medium run. So both Ferraris and both Mercedes going out as it stands. McKenty is out. I don't know if McKenty crashed somewhere. I don't know if we missed that, but McKenty is out. He's in P11. Carver's been retired, so he's not going to be making it through to the top 10.
No, can't be 11th or 12th, mate, on the fresh mediums.
I don't think Irish is going to make it. He got 7 seconds left. He's not going to do it, is he? It looks like Irish is going to be out.
Oh, Irish, mate.
And he comes into the pits. Yeah, it's such a shame for him.
He's going to be
Connection, go away. Yeah, he's not happy about that, Irish, of course. He's unlucky, obviously lost it on his first lap, and that's the problem with leaving it late on the mediums, isn't it? Only having one run. Unlucky for him, but both Ferraris are the ones we want to keep our eyes on now. Shadows is on the softs. He's next, just to try and cover off that time. We'll see Ferrari come, and that's DT Bevs up into P7, Pushes the AlphaTauri drivers down, pushes time because he's going out at the moment. He needs to get quicker than Dylan. He'll want to get ahead of the AlphaTauris, cover himself off from Farf as well. Shadows cross the line, up into P7, safely through. All eyes on Farf then. Equals on a lap length, he is up on his time, he's going to be through, up into P4, so it's between Mushroom and Farf. Farf needs to beat a 1:42.599. If he does, he's through. If he doesn't, he will be out. It's all between him and Mushroom. Taking a lot of that curb there.
The end of the day, 11th on fresh mediums, it's not bad. I'd rather be 11th.
Yeah, Mushroom, I don't think Mushroom would be too upset if he's starting 11th from fresh mediums. I certainly wouldn't be. I'd be happy with that. Farf then comes onto the straight on the medium tyres. Can he beat Mushroom's time? He crosses the line. No, he can't. In fact, he's over 3 tenths off. Farf's going to start 12th. So there we go. Mercedes 14th from 15th. It's not a good session for them. McKenty 13th, 12th for Farf, and then Dylan in 11th. He's in a good place there.
Farf's he's better than racing. He's qualified, isn't he?
He is, yeah. And Vintage has left the session again because a lot of people disconnect today. I've just come up saying my internet quality's poor. I don't know what that's about. Don't know if that's got anything to do with it. I hope not. But yeah, the session is on friends only, so you can join back without having to have loads of invites. But yeah, Mushroom saying I'm out in the comments. Well, I can confirm he's not out. He's through in P10 by a good few tenths as well in the end. But yeah, I've also thought that Farf was going to set a quicker time at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, yeah, both Renault are through and both Alfa Romeo are through. Obviously no Mercedes and no Racing Point through. Only one car of Mercedes engines through, and that's Sloth, of course, up in P2. Yeah, Mushroom is through. As Sully's saying, did the business, Mushroom. Just like Sully did last Saturday, of course. Winning his first WNR race in Netherlands, wasn't he? On Saturday in the Premier League. Brilliant effort from him, of course. Belgium tomorrow. Other side of the border. Looking forward to that race in the Premier League. But we got the Championship race to go first. And first, we got Q3. Good to see Shadows in Q3 as well. Good to see Menace Max, his teammate for the night there too. One of the League One reserves. Of course, oh yeah, both AlphaTauri through as well. Oh yeah, there's no Haas through either. So yeah, 3 teams with both their cars through. And the first car out is, I think it's Sloth and the Williams. And it is, yeah.
Who are you going to predict the pole then?
My pole prediction, oh. I'm going to go for... You pick one, and you pick first. Go on.
I'm going to go for Sloth.
I was going to go for Sloth.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. Just to spice it up. Because, let's have a look for the statistics, actually. How many pole positions each driver's got.
I'm going to change it. Voice Sheng, Sloth second.
No, he's changed his mind now. Let's have a look. Quickly load up our statistics page. So pole positions so far this season. Wow. Don't think it's been updated actually from last week. But 6 for Vice Sheng, 4 for Sloth, and 3 for Liam. So yeah. And all the Liams I think were towards the beginning of the season, weren't they? Everyone is on out now apart from Bev.
I think it's between Sloth and Vice Sheng, isn't it? To be honest.
It is, yeah.
I will go for Vice Sheng. I think Vice Sheng, Sloth, and then Liam.
It's a shame Irish isn't through because he was last week. I think the one that was looking to get closest to the top 2.
Yeah, he wasn't far off with it. They had that spin, didn't he?
They are looking good for promotion, though, aren't they? Sloth and Vice Sheng. If something big goes wrong, you'd think they're the favourites alongside Liam.
I can't see it. I can't see anything dark going on between.
Yeah, and then, yeah, well, anything can happen, of course, but
you never know.
Yeah, it's looking good for those 3 at the moment. A good 70 points clear at the top. So it all changed for next season. Sloth's on his lap, Liam's close behind. Every other car's in sector 3 about to start that, apart from Bevs who's in the pits. So 29.8 sector 1, 29.8 there for Sloth. Let's go on board with his lap. Let's have a look at the onboard camera to see how much he's pushing it. Yeah, this one's really awkward here. If you brake a tad late, you end up going flying wide. He's done well to keep control of that and keep it close to that curb. It's a big tester here. And yeah, this is one corner. If you get that corner right, you're doing well, because you want to forward clip on that inside left as you go spinning into the wall. You go too wide, you're going to invalidate.
Weisheng's invalidated.
Has he? Weisheng's invalidated then. Oh dear. Son would be happy about that. He'll probably go for back-to-back though. He's got time to go for back-to-back laps. He's got enough fuel. And then come in still for his last one at the end.
I watched him on board and he just literally, I didn't see nothing wrong with that.
Max is in the pits too. I think he's done his out lap and then decided to come in. Not quite sure why. Maybe it's the wrong tyres or something. We've got Alpha Tauri. And that's Equals. I'm not sure what's happened there. If it's just no damage, I think it's just slowed down. Sloth lens back across the line. It's a 1:44 fuel again from Sloth. So it's the same time. I say again, the 10th quicker than he did. That was Weisheng's time. So I think that's the quickest time of the session so far, because it's 1:41.4 from Weisheng in Q1 and Q2, but it was in the late fours. Liam lens back across the line. He's 8/10 off Sloth's time. Next one is going to be Weisheng, who has invalidated. He is going to be going for another lap then. Next one's going to be Plotters. Plotters, as we said, he's on great form since he's been in the championship. Oh, accidentally flipped the wrong car. Plotters is about to come across the line. Can he get ahead of Liam? How close is Sloth? He's just ahead of Liam. Literally just ahead of Liam. Really close between them. Serious Mushroom's going to be next across the line. Good to see him in Q3 as well, alongside his teammate Mushroom across the line. His first race with AlphaTauri. Gets up to P2. Good lap from him there. Next is Shadders, just to start a lap. And then we've got the Parter. Really close battle for P2 there at the moment, and Parter goes on to the end of that battle. A couple of attempts off Liam, and then P4. Oh, he's was that a weave or a glitch? I'm not too sure. Got a big gap now to Sloth, who's just on in lap, and then we've got the Red Bull of Weisheng, who is on a lap on his second one on these tyres. Of course, because it's a long lap round here, tyre wear's not so bad round here because it's a short track. Oh, and he's taken a lot of that curb. Yeah, as they're trying to avoid that curb. If you touch that curb, it's when it spins you. If you go flying over it like that, you'll be okay. But it's a big risk to go flying over. Boys, yeah, sliding a bit there. Definitely lose a bit more grip on his second one round here, if it being such a long lap. 1:13.0 as he goes through sector. It appears purple. It only seems to mean personal best on this game for some reason. Can't beat a serious Mushroom, lads, saying Irish Gary. Equals with the mushroom emojis. He's happy with his new teammate, I'm pretty sure. A lot happier than with his previous teammate, at least.
Trust me, yeah, he's definitely a better driver than me.
Here goes Weisheng.
Can't argue with that.
I don't think any of us are better drivers than Weisheng. He crosses the line and he takes P1 with a 1:41.1 on his second lap on those tyres. That is absolutely incredible.
Can he get to the 140s?
On a fresh run, I think the 140s is possible. He'll have plenty of time to get back to the pits and go out again. I wouldn't put anything past him. I think a time in the 140s is possible. Absolutely. Shadders ends about to set his time and see what Shadders can do. It's a 1:42.6 with his second one on those tyres as well. He's right at the back of that battle there. It's a good lap for Shadders. Vintage finally joins back. And if he keeps having power cuts, it's not going to help him in the race. He's starting last as it is. Equals in P8, yeah, he's in the pits after invalidating his tyre. Menace Max, I think he did his out lap, then came in. And then Bev's, of course, he's got a Q3 ban, hasn't he, of course. That's why he's not been going out. Of course, he's not retired his car, as long as he doesn't go out on the track, though. That is fine, so he's going to be starting down 10th. Unless Menace Max can't get a time set. So there we go. Shadders and Weisheng both on their in laps. The rest of the cars are in the pits. Whew. Well, it's been an eventful start, hasn't it? I think that's safe to say. This quality session, no huge surprises with who went out in Q1, was there? When you look at the standings and who went out, is what you'd expect, really. None of the top ones going out. Of course, Mercedes in Q2, though, Jake Sayle, that Q2 ban. Irish, unfortunately, spinning on his first lap and then not having time to get back out. Of course, that is risk when you leave it so late. We're actually going to watch Equos because he's out on the track. I wonder if he's going to go for 2 laps just because he's not got time on board yet and he is out quite early. Menace Max the same thing as well. Might be a good idea. In terms of wins this season, yeah, Weisheng's won half the races now. He's won 7. And of course, last week that meant it's his first time getting back-to-back wins. Liam and Sloth with 3 apiece, and the Parkers got 1. The Parkers won in Spain, of course, which seems so long ago now, doesn't it? On board with Equos, he's got 1 podium this season, and that was in China, which I think might have been his debut race as well.
Yeah, I'm predicting Weisheng, Sloth, and then Liam. Top 3.
There you go then.
That's my top 3. Don't know about yours, but
yeah, I really don't know, but yeah, Mushroom's done a fantastic time there. Of course, Weisheng and Sloth, their times I think are pretty untouchable. But yeah, the battle for P3 is really intriguing, and Mushroom's leading that at the moment. It's really close between him and the rest of the pack. We're watching Mushroom's teammate Equos on his outlap.
He's definitely a better racer, racecraft.
Yeah, and he's up in P3 in quali, so that's worrying.
Yeah.
For everyone around him. Guess, I'll ask you a quick quiz question whilst we're watching Equos' lap. Guess which 2 drivers have got the most podiums in this league this year. 2 have got 9, 1 has got 8. Which 2 have got 9?
Podiums?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be Weisheng and Sloth, isn't it? Most
Liam
podiums.
and Sloth. Weisheng's got 8.
Sloth, is it?
Yeah. The Parks has got 4. It's in P4 in the stands as well. Drake the Slayer, Bevs and Plotters have all got 2, and Equos and Farther got 1. That's obviously not counting reserved as well, because I know Tommy got a podium. Oh no, that was the Premier League got a podium in, wasn't it?
Would have been Weisheng and Liam.
Equos now coming up to his teammate. Of course, he did miss quite a few races towards the beginning of the season, though, didn't he, Weisheng? Otherwise, he'd probably be in the lead in the stands, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I forgot about that, Weisheng. Yeah, he's only... How many races has he done?
I think he missed 3 at the beginning of the season. So yeah. Mine was U sets. Yeah, Liam was on the U set of tyres. Yeah,
That's what I mean. I see that.
Yeah.
I think he can get...
He's definitely got more pace in the bag than that.
P2, P3, yeah, definitely.
Whereas Mushroom, of course, got through on the mediums, didn't he? So yeah, that's another good thing.
You always want the boy from Northwood to go through. Come on, Liam.
If Mushroom can get P3, starting on those medium tyres and staying 3rd for as long as possible, and he could really challenge the top 2 possibly on his final stint on those fresh softs. Equos has been on a good lap. This has been a good lap whilst we've been not even talking about it, we're talking rubbish. Equos back across the line and see what we can do. He now takes P3 just from his teammate. It's a really good lap. His teammate's about to start his lap. There's only Menace Max on a lap at the moment. And he's not on a quick lap either, I don't think. Serious Mushroom who's just started his lap. We'll have a look at the overhead view of this. Yeah, no one's lost at Perot Rouge yet. Huge shock. Not that we've seen anyway.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, Mushroom. Oh, no, he's they make it look so easy, don't they? No, I said on F1 2019, I found it so hard to get through it even.
Yeah, that was horrific, man.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. They're all getting really close to each other, aren't they? Shadders and both Alfa Romeo's close in front. And Menace Max just behind as well. Yeah, he did just do a slow lap. We thought it was a slow lap. But Mushroom, who is up on his time, but says Bradfield, how much by?
I don't actually know. How do you find? You know more than me.
You look at the top right of the screen at the end of every sector. How did you know he's up on his time then?
Because it went purple.
Oh, right, there we go.
That's what
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, if you look at the top right of the screen, where it says his name, and then have you got all the things set up like I've got on the stream? On the press square spectator menu. He's 2 temps down, Mushroom, in fact.
Oh,
2 temps.
Now, yeah.
I think he's backed off.
Yeah.
There we go, he has backed off, yeah. So he's not going to be improving any more, Serious Mushroom. Next up is going to be the Alfa Romeo drivers. Plotters is slightly up on his time. We'll see Departure in the Departure's time in a minute as he crosses the sector 2 line. And he's 3.5 temps up Departure. He's a bit further behind. That's a good effort there from him. I think the partner's going to improve it. Yeah, both AlphaTauris in the pits. They're third and fourth at the moment. I'll be surprised if they can keep that because there's lots of drivers up who are behind them. First one to cross the line is going to be Plotters, isn't it? Let's see what Plotters does then. He now comes through the bus stop chicane. Oh, he struggles straightening up, but he's about to cross the line. Plotters goes up into P3. Good lap left from Plotters, and the partner takes it for him by 11 hundredths of a second. Shadows up into P8. Menace Max crosses the line. Not yet. He now comes across the line. It's a slow lap, isn't it? Menace Max only down to P9. Liam's going to be next then. Liam's 2.5 attempts up. Can he get up to P3? Yes, he can. Brilliant lap there from Liam. Great final sector. We've only got the top two left. This is a battle for pole position. Vaishane's going to be first. We've seen Sloth leave it so many times to the last second to snatch that pole position. Can Vaishane get in the 140s? Yes, he can. It's a 140.8. Sloth crosses the line. 141.4. 6 tenths in the end for Vaishane. Comfortably in the 140s as well. That is an absolutely fantastic time from him. I don't think there was any beating that. Sloth in P2, Liam in P3.
Maybe in the Prem tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we might see it beating the Prem tomorrow.
Great lap, but
yeah, I think Cowie's trying to tell you how to do it, Justin. Set up your spectator menu. Press square, it says spectator menu when you get onto the race.
I put it on and then I'll show you.
Right, so Vaisheng, look at that, the gap, incredible time for him there. Alfa Romeo 4 and 5, AlphaTauri 6 and 7, Renault 8 and 9. I like that. Teams starting side by side. Don't want to see any teammates colliding, of course, on the first lap. But yeah, the top three, well, the top four actually, the top four in the standings, aren't they? No huge surprises there of who we got in that order. Yeah, I think Mushroom would be a bit disappointed he couldn't get a lap done at the end, but even still starting 7th next to his teammate just in front as well. Looking good for AlphaTauri. Championship battle is so close, same for the moments. Jake Slay, absolutely, it really is. Good luck everyone, saying Jake Slay. Well, as long as he didn't take him out, I think we'll be alright.
Let's have no wins since up by Rouge.
Starting in 15th, isn't he? In the middle of the pack. It's an awkward place to start. Turn 1, we've seen lots of collisions in turn 1 here before, haven't we?
God, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, for what? You're not racing on Friday night for once. I mean, it's different for you, isn't it? You can sit back, have a drink and watch.
Nice, I can chill out, yeah. Have a drink. I'm not drinking tomorrow. I'm on no traction tomorrow.
Vaisheng would represent the league very, very well, saying Equals. Absolutely. Yeah, those times are incredible. And yeah, it's looking like he might be in the Premier League next year as well. So it'll be interesting to see how much he can challenge in there. Right. So press square.
Oh, I'm still on.
It's frozen.
Everyone's spinning around here. Oh, come on.
Our game's just frozen. I'm not quite sure.
Codemasters.
Who's spinning around? Is it everyone or?
Everyone. On mine. What about yours?
I've just got a frozen screen.
I'm stuck in the pits, like in the pit.
Yeah, I'm just staring at the pit lane here.
God's sake.
For goodness sake.
Codemasters, they can't.
Oh, there we go.
Right,
We're going. We're
Here
going
we
now.
go. Oh, alright.
Not quite sure what that was about, but yeah, we have had some problems here today. One driver starting the hard, and that is Irish. The top 10, as we know, is only Bevs. Did he get through? He must have got through in the mediums. Bevs and Mushroom got through in the mediums. Oh, McKenty's left the session. Always someone, isn't there, that happens. And Adam as well. Hopefully there's no more. Adam and McKenty are both gone the formation up.
Is it going to be any better with VA coming in?
Any better with what? Oh, well, we don't know, do we? Ayrton and Vintage at the back below, and the back row starting soft, so they're going to be looking to make moves early on. Yeah, lobby glitch saying Sloth, yeah.
Kenny's joined.
It does it.
That's alright.
Yeah, everyone else in the session is just McKenty and Adam, so yeah, we're all good. All good to go. Just wait, hopefully they can get back in the session as soon as possible. Yeah, if you press square, then you can sort out.
Square, I'll go on broadcast, leader, position change enabled, telemetry enabled, data.
Yeah, detail tyre, yeah, that's it then.
That's what I've always been on.
Yeah, stupid glitches are saying Adam McKenty as well. Yeah, it's always happens to someone at the beginning of the session. I don't know why Codemasters can't fix it. Every single week, Every single
Yeah,
league
but
race.
I do worry about EA.
Well, I mean, yeah, FIFA's absolutely awful. I don't think they can make this game any better.
That's my main concern. Obviously, it'll be 2022 when they EA fully take over.
Yeah, tyres be cold now, saying McKenty as well. Oh, Adam saying his game is glitched, saying it wants him to make a character now as well. Yeah, I've had that before. It's an absolute joke. Lucky it's a long formation, that it's a long lap, isn't it? So, and some of the cars only just come into sector 3. Is that Vintage? Yeah, Vintage only just now in sector 3. So Adam has drawn back now as well.
Back off, mate. Yeah, 'cause long old formation lap.
Yeah. Oh, it's a. At least I'm saying for McKenty, he's got Irish behind him on the hard tyres, and Adam is in 17th. Yeah, always someone that happens to. It's ridiculous, and unfortunately too.
It's definitely a risk from Irish.
It's definitely a what? Sorry, a risk from Irish. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, if he pulls it off,
it's hoping for a safety car right towards the end of the race, isn't it? Anyway.
Yeah.
We're looking pretty good to go.
I've got a side view of Shane here with his car.
Yeah, I have as well.
I've never seen that before.
I haven't. I was about to say that. That's a good view. I've got lovely side view. There we go. Cars up. I think Adam and McKenty's car going to go flying forward.
Adam's going to go, yeah, because it's part of his.
No, I think they're back in the sessions. They're not. We now got cars revving up, so we should have lights as well. Yeah, imagine the lights and. Lights out and away we go then. It's a good. Oh, Adam set the fastest out as well. That's what we beaten. Vice Shane pulls away, pulls in front. Liam's going side by side with Sloth. I think they touch going through turn 1. And the Alfa Romeo's been spun as well as Plotters. And Irish has fallen further back. Both Mercedes have fallen to the back of the grid. I wonder what's happened there. Adam apparently leads. He definitely does not. Vice Shane already clear of Sloth. Liam really looking to get past Sloth here early on, isn't he? Got a great start. He's getting a good toe on Sloth here as well. Let's have a look. Is he going to pull to the inside? I don't think he can. No, he can't. And it's Lepatra up in P4. Plotters, he got wobbly, didn't he? And Shanners and Farther fighting down for P8, and they make contact, and both Ferraris have hit each other. Both Ferraris have hit each other. Farther spun into Bevs.
See loads of ghosts in there.
Yeah, there is a lot of ghosting going on. That's McKenty there. Yeah, a lot of them are ghosting. I'm not quite sure what is going on. Everyone's ghosting into each other. I'm not sure what's happening here. Always we see Williams go flying off as well. It's all back to naught. I think it's back now.
Jada Slayer's still ghosting.
Oh, we see a Ferrari flying off there as well. I think that's far.
Someone's lost their wing, yeah. Ferrari's gone again. We've got his ghosting. What's going on?
Yeah. They're all ghosting into each other.
Yeah, what is this about?
You might have to restart this.
Easy bet, yeah.
I'll go on board with a couple of cars quickly.
Yeah, you look at the back, there's so much ghosting going on. Ferrari.
McKenty's glitching, he's not in the session. Ayrton goes in there too. As soon as it's like it's on simulation almost. Adam's retired from the session. Adam's retired in the pits. And Farth's gone flying down. No, it's absolutely fine. Farth has gone flying down the inside there with Jake the Slayer. So Adam's retired in the pits. Even though it says he's in P1, and he's obviously glitching like mad. Yeah, it's all looking alright.
I think alright now. I think it's the first lap when it was a bit dodgy.
It was, yeah, the yellow flag is just for Adam's car.
Everyone's alright now. I'm not seeing that yet.
Don't know why it's done that for the first couple of sectors. Yeah, Farth made a good move there on Jake the Slayer down to turn 1, but yeah, Jake the Slayer down to P18. We focus on the racing now. Vice Shane in P2, Sloth in P1, sorry, Sloth in P2. Yeah, it's Adam's still P1 even though he's not in the race. It's a great start from him. And yeah, even gaps between a lot of them. Mushrooms down to P9. We'll have a look at the position change. So yeah, it says everyone's fallen a few, but that's of course Adam is not first. In fact, he's last.
Fast gone wide there. Oh, Jake the Slayer's taking it back. DT
no,
Bev's there.
Fast's in front. DT Bev's has fallen. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Ferrari's had a collision, didn't they? One of them slid into the other. We saw that Mercedes last week. Jake the Slayer slid equals across the track into Irish.
I'm going to hang around the back, Marcus. We've got to go for the front.
Yeah. Ooh, Cryptic Alibi going wide there, and I think Vintage is going to be looking good to get past Cryptic, and he does. Takes P19 there, Vintage. And Cryptic having to back off through there too. Weisheng's back to cross the line. There we go, they find it put Adam a lap ahead, that's what he's done. Yeah, we can see everyone now getting past, and the order is looking good again.
Easy Betsy is catching Jake the Slayer.
Have a look down there. Menace Max and Dylan P9 and P10, and good starts for both of the drivers. That are in League 1. Max is on the soft. McKenty has it. Ayrton has made 7 places. That's a great start from him. Of course, it's taken one for Adam. Cryptic as well. Theo, Irish. Yeah, Theo's up 3 places himself too, but of course both Ferraris have lost out at the start there. I think one of them slid across the track after contact with Shadders. Went into the other Ferrari. I don't think there's any big wing damage. Equos has done well too. He's got no up arrow next to his name. He's done well. And yeah, struggling to be separated, aren't they? But Weisheng has pulled out over a second. We'll go back to the tyres now. Weisheng's pulled out over a second on Sloth, hasn't he? And Liam is really doing well to hold on to Sloth. Here's Jeb down for P14 and Fast getting a 3-second penalty. And Irish really struggling through that corner on the hard tyres, and he's not got the pace, and Fast's going to pull to the outside. Let's go over the overhead camera. Irish just about has the pace to take back the racing line, but you see those hard tyres are really struggling, aren't they, at the moment? And Theo's been able to pull away from this battle. Farf needs to get past this quickly, and this is not helping Irish's teammate Jake. Of course, Jake got body bands are pretty much ruining Irish's pace. Farf was lucky not to get into the wall there. Look at this, Mercedes Ferrari. This is a brilliant battle. We've got to watch out at the top though as well, because Liam's closing up on Sloth. And Equos in and out for Romeo Sandwich closing up on the party for P4.
Jake the Slayer is struggling. I think he's struggling now. I know he's on the mid.
Jake the Slayer he's stuck, isn't he? He's stuck behind. He's fast going to go for a move here. I think he's going to, isn't he? He's going to go down the inside of Irish. He does. Irish has got wing damage, so that's why he's struggling. Irish somehow has got wing damage on these hard tyres. And he's going to struggle now as his teammates, so I look to try and get past him as well. After that Q2 pan for Jake, he had a poor start as well. I'm not quite sure what went on. If they're involved, and Jake the Slayer's nearly lost it there. He nearly lost it, and Dylan's getting past Menace Max with P9, gets it done. Bev's now on Jake the Slayer. Jake just had DRS to cling on. I think Irish is going to look back at Farf. He goes down the inside. Farf has to move aside, and Irish with that wing damage and on hard tyres. Just it proves how powerful that DRS round there. Brilliant move there. Mercedes and Ferrari, the battle continues. Vintage and Cryptic will be watching on close behind. Look how much they're fighting each other. And Theo and Ayrton would be really happy about this, because they've managed to pull ahead of the Mercedes and Ferrari at the start, and they've latched onto the battle now. It's for the top. As you see, Irish and Farf are side by side through the Giovinazzi corner. I think they make contact, but Farf manages to get back in front. And Irish is going to have another look on the outside.
Oh, it's close here.
Just not got the grip, and Jake's looking to sneak up the inside as well. Irish is not going to let him through. Irish does run wide there though. Yeah, Irish not letting his teammate through at all, is he? And he's running wide, he's really struggling. Hard tyres alone are going to be hard round here, but with wing damage too, even more of a struggle. And Vintage and Cryptic closing up on this as well. You see Farf having a fight with Irish, is now 2.1 behind, and Max and Dylan, I think Dylan's gone down the inside into the bus stop chicane. Dylan is in front, they nearly make contact, and this is going to let McKenty in as well. McKenty in P11, and Irish is into the pits. Irish is going to have to abandon that strategy. I think he was just doing a few laps on those hard tyres. They can now probably put the mediums on, which might make the end of the race on at a stretch. Not too sure. It's possible. He's put the mediums on. Yeah, Farf can now close up to this battle as well. Farf, of course, with a 3-second penalty ready, and Sloth on Weisheng for the lead. Oh, look how close they got. And Equals gets past the parts. Is he going to make it stick? He goes around the outside. We've got loads of moves being done. Serious mushroom on Shadders. Equals has made it stick, but now they make contact, and the parts gets back through. Mushroom in front of Shadders still. And Ayrton and Theo past McKenty, and McKenty's in the wall.
Yellow flag.
I'm not sure if he's lost traction there, and if he's got damage, McKenty. Has he got damage? He hasn't. And Cryptic just, he pushed his way through past McKenty there. I'm not sure if he made contact with the car, but look at the gap between the top 3 and then P4. It's 4 seconds nearly. Weisheng's under big pressure here from Sloth and Liam. Both are in DRS now, making a real race fit between these top three.
Top three is close, isn't it? Look
And
at
the Parters holding up Equals and Plotters at the moment, and Bevs is getting past Jake the Slayer for P15. I think Jake's gone off somewhere. He's got wing damage. Jake's lost an end plate in the front left. It's been an awful start for Mercedes. And Vintage getting past Cryptic's on the outside. Cryptic gets the move down the medium tyres. McKenzie then without that wing damage will looking to saw his way back through the field. Again, Ayrton and Theo have had a great race. And Shadders has lost it somewhere. Oh, he's gone off. He's not got wing damage, but I think he must have slid off the track on that bend there. Lost a few places. Plotters is in the pits. Liam is in the pits. Are they going hard to the end? Maybe these tyres are struggling off the start. Jake's in the pits too. It's hard tyres for Liam. Wonder what Plotters is going to go on. It is hard for him as well, so soft hard strategy. Look at the battle between the top two. I think Sloth's going to take the lead of the race here. He's got plenty of DRS. DRS is open. Sloth's going to go down the inside of Voisin. Great battles all year, and I think Sloth's got the move done, and he has. Sloth takes the lead of the race. Voisin, look at him down the inside. They made contact, and Voisin's lost it.
Voisin's gone.
And I don't think that was a move to make from Voisin there. There's nothing Sloth could have done about that. And Voisin now looks in a hurry to get back, but he's lost out to Lepart, who's now second. Equals in P3. And Voisin, he had a run on Sloth there, didn't he? That's why he went for the move.
He's got no damage, has he? No,
he's got no damage or anything. And we get a yellow flag, and Jake the Slayer's lost it at Rouge. Jake the Slayer's lost it. He put fresh hards on. We've got a safety car. Jake the Slayer not had a great race. It'll help his teammate out though. Close up. It'll help Voisin out as well. And I think this top four are all going to pit now. Will they pit for mediums to the end? That'll be a stretch, of course.
Definitely going to help Irish here as well.
Yeah, it'll be good to see him close back up. It's been a non-stop start. Yeah, Ferrari have managed to get back up to 10th and 11th, so a couple of spins from Shadders and McKenzie has helped.
Hards as well.
Yeah, I think the ones that have just... This is not going to help the ones that have just pitted. So Liam and Plotters, really unlucky there. Vintage has left again. I don't know what's going on with him today. Yeah, he's constantly out of the session. He said he's having power cuts. Sloth is in the pits. Yeah, all these soft runners are going to do the same, I'm sure. Parter comes in. Equals comes in. Voisin comes in.
Theo, Ayrton's gone up 11 places.
Mushroom stays in. I think Theo might take the lead. He's not. Dylan's going to take the lead. I thought Theo was going to stay out. Oh, look, Ferrari's going to have to double stack, and that's why Bevs is slowing down in the pits. But yeah, Dylan's going to take the lead in the race. Everyone else in the pits. Liam stays out then, so Liam's going to go up to second. Plotter stays out too, having not long pitted. I wonder if Irish is going to come in and put even more. He's got nothing to lose here, Irish. He's going to... Oh, he might take a few positions if he stays out. He does stay out, yeah. I think he'll take a few positions and he will make the end. We see a lot of the cars have gone for the mediums. Liam, of course, and the Parter on the hards. Sloth is on the mediums, and his Voisin. Yeah, Irish is going to come out ahead of a couple of places. Yeah, Ayrton, look at him. Fresh mediums now, Ayrton 9th. Fresh hard for Theo in 10th. Really good job from those. Mushroom had to double stack, I think. I think he lost time having a double stack from Equals. Unfortunately for him. And then Bevs has come out down in P18 again because he had to double stack from Clark. Lost it from frustration, saying for the moment. So dear. Well, that is not good at all.
Vintage, P13.
Lost it in Eau Rouge, yes we saw. Vintage is in 13th, yeah, he's not in the session though. His AI, luckily, is pitted for him. I think he should leave it in AI, he might get some points. He needs to get back in the session, come on Vintage. He's been having power cuts. So, not much he can do about that at the moment. Double stack, killed Cryptic. Yeah, he's down in P16, of course. Yeah, another one that lost out from a double stack. I see Bev's now closing up at the back. So the only car not on fresh tyres is Dylan in P1. He's the only car that's got to pit again, but he does lead the race. And of course, if there's, he might lose. Obviously, Dylan's reserving, so he might as well hope and fast. Through, yeah. So he's just obviously hoping for something else. Might as well do something different. It's not points for him to earn. Yeah, for winning moments. Also saying someone else being dive bombing. We'll obviously report it, so we can have a look at it. If you think it's been unfair or affected your race,
I
don't think the safety car's coming in this lap. They'll probably go around for one more lap, which will seem like forever with it being such a long lap. Yeah, Shadow's not too happy either. We think Shadow's lost it about here going through the corner. Not sure if he hit that left-hand curve, if there was contact with another car. But yeah, Shadow's still in a good place. He's on fresh mediums, which I think I think they'll definitely go to the end comfortably, especially with another lap under the safety car. So you've got no penalties, the car in front of him has, and there's lots of cars in front of the hard tyres as well. So yeah, definitely still some points on here for Shadows. Points on for anyone, I think. So far, even Irish is back in 17th, Bev's in 18th on the hards, and with a penalty might struggle. Yes, there's only 2 3-second penalties so far, and they're both for the Ferraris. Yeah, Dylan will probably go another 7 laps or so on these mediums, and then coming for the softs. He'll be obviously hoping for another safety car late on. When he does, yeah, Sloth in P2. Yeah, Weisheng further back after that spin with Sloth. But Lepata and Equaz, he needs to overtake both of them, and that's not going to be easy at all. They want to race in this battle themselves if he wants to get to Sloth and Liam. Yeah, Liam on the hard tyres. I wonder if that's going to help him out at the end of the race if these mediums start to go off. I think the cars on the mediums have made the right choice. I think the mediums will comfortably go to the end. I started on mediums and managed to do 16 laps. No, I think I did 17 laps even in the first race. There's only 14 to go. And obviously they've done 1 lap on the mediums, and that's been under the safety car, so I think mediums will comfortably go to the end. But yeah, a lot of cars obviously don't think that, because they're all on the hards. Of course, the ones that obviously there's a couple like Mushroom. I know he started on mediums, so we can't just put more mediums on. So they've had no choice there. Yeah, the ones that started on softs and then put the hards on, it does surprise me. Oh, Shadow's saying he's driving along and his game glitches. This is a joke. The amount of glitches his game does is crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. You think they sorted it out by now. Here's a sight to see. Weisheng in P6. Safety car is coming in this lap then. Have we seen a turning point in the title race? Dylan then maintaining the pace. He's used to leading races, isn't he? He's been, but not in this league. He's been in League One.
I don't think he'll hold it on 7 lap out mediums.
Well, he won't go to the end. He can't go to the end, can he? He's starting on those.
You can, mate.
But will he be able to keep leads behind him? And if he does, how long for? When is Dylan going to drop it? Might just get swamped. But of course, Liam and Lepata are on hard tyres, so I think there's still quite a lot of life in these tyres that Dylan's on. So I think this will help Sloth. I think Sloth might get past him, and Liam and Lepata struggle. I think this is really going to help Sloth. I think Sloth's in a great place to win this race. Dylan's still not gone. Sloth's still looking to get past Vintage.
Drop it.
He's still not gone. And now he goes. And Sloth's read it like a book. Is he going to get him down into turn 1? I think Sloth might have a go down to turn 1. He goes down the inside.
He's got the grip,
and Theo's lost it. Theo's lost it on the straight. And what's going on here? Look. What has happened there? But Sloth's taken the lead. Dylan down to P2.
Oh,
and that's Vintage. It's not glitching. That's Vintage ghosting. Sloth is in the lead then. Lepata's close up behind Liam as well. Will Lepata look to take that from Liam? I think it's just a tad. Got too far back, and Mushroom's lost it through Eau Rouge. Mushroom is out of the race. He's lost it through Eau Rouge. I don't know if there was contact or not. I don't know if Weisheng just passed under yellow flags. He does get past it because it might be under yellow flags though, and Weisheng gets a 3-second penalty as well, pushing to try and get past. He did get past Equals though, and now he's gone wide. Is he going to go for it down here on the parts? He does. That's a good move there from Weisheng. He's going so aggressive. He wants to get back, and that's made the part to go a bit wide. And Equaz is going to look to get the move, and Equaz on those medium tyres, and the part is struggling on those hards, isn't he? And yes, as we thought, Sloth passes Dylan. The hard drivers can't overtake Dylan because there's not enough grip, and Menace Max and the parts are now fighting as well. Menace Max gets past the part of the 2, another one on the mediums. The hard tyres are really struggling. The parts might even come under pressure. Plotters also on the hards, struggling there. I don't know what happened to Theo. I think he tried to overtake before, as Irish gets a 3 second penalty. I think Theo tried to overtake before the checkered flag, which obviously isn't allowed. Tyres freeze, insane serious mushroom, double stacked, and Menace Max and the Parter fighting again. The Parter goes down the inside to turn 1. His teammate's going to have a great view of this. They make contact. The Parter's going to try and get this move back. He's going to go down the inside and Menace Max into turn 1. And he doesn't even have to do it in the brakes. He gets it done well before then. Irish and Shadders and Cryptic are fighting it out. Cryptic's got a good view of this. Irish goes round the outside and takes the lead. Vintage out of the session, unfortunately. Yeah, we're watching that. Menace Max, he's looking to get past Sparkless Farf, gets another penalty. Of course, there's no DRS yet, as the safety car's not long come in. You've got to wait another lap for that. They're going to be side by side going down.
Here we go.
And the part just sticks it on the outside and keeps the place. Menace Max has got more grip. And Farf's getting past Mackenzie, and McKenty spins, and Farf takes that place. Mushroom, yeah, unfortunately, first race for him full time in championship has gone well. Freezing tyres from having to double stack as well, he's saying. Yeah, a few drivers did have to double stack. It's the only problem into the safety car early on. This best strategy is to pit, and yeah, as we thought, Dylan still managing to hold Liam behind, and Vice Shane now in P4 looking close to Liam. Yeah, he has got 3 seconds, but that's not good for Ayrton. He's looking good to get some points. Well, he's 3 seconds clear of Farf in 10th, he's on the hards, so he's still looking good for a couple of points here. He is absolutely flying along. I don't think it would beat the fastest lap, because that was set by Adam with 2 seconds. That's a quick lap. Let's have a look at Vice Shang then. He's been really aggressive so far. He's not going to go for a move here though.
He's got a 3 second time penalty there.
He has a Menace Max in the Parter. Oh, Menace Max sends it on the outside. Irish gets another 3 second penalty, but he manages to get past Theo. And what's happened? What has happened there? Safety car. Irish has just absolutely planted it. I think he made contact and went flying across the grass into Farf there. Farf's going to have to come in the pits.
He's not going to be a happy bunny there.
Just went on board with that, and Irish was flying across the track. Farf has come in the pits. He's going to go onto the mediums, I presume, to the end of the race. Safety car again. Now Dylan might come onto the softs here, but I'm not sure what happened there. We saw a 5 second penalty as well. This has not been a great quality race so far, I have to say. There's been some iffy driving going on. Don't know what happened there. If Irish, that's happened to me before as well. Made contact with a car going down into bus stop. Yeah, he has. He's not been the best of penalties before.
5 seconds Shadders.
Yeah, I think that's for a collision with somebody. But Sloth looking good in the lead. Will Dylan pit now? And if he does, will he go for the soft tyres? Does he think they can make the end? I think they can. I better get the fastest lap point, saying Adam. You'd be lucky. But both Mercedes are out the race, and the qualifying weren't good. And the race hasn't gone much better for them either. But Farf down 16th.
Farf will not be happy. He'll be livid. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it. But
let's go. Yeah, as you go into the final corner, we'll watch it with Sloth. Irish just came kamikaze and across the grass, it looked like. But I presume it was contact with another car if he'd lost it and then gone flying across. But I've done it before and taken someone out like it. There's just no way of controlling it. You say you make contact with a car here and it sends you off to the right, flying across the grass, bouncing over.
I think it's what the hard tire's going to do. Liam, what's Liam going to do? Is he going to pit or is he going to stay out?
Dylan is in the pit. Dylan had to pit. Liam does stay out. Yeah, mediums. Liam can't pit. He'll come out almost last. Is it softs or hards for Dylan? I'd put the softs on. I think they're definitely capable of going to the end, especially with another lap under the safety car. Absolutely.
10 laps?
Definitely.
10 laps,
yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
What does Dylan do? He does go to the softs. Good on him. Right call there from Dylan, absolutely. Vintage in P14, still not in the session. Could be getting points at this race. They're falling down pretty quickly, aren't they? Dylan comes out in 12th. He's in a great place on those fresh softs. He'll be looking to get multiple overtakes done. Should have just started last, same mushroom. Yeah, that's what I think a lot of the time. I do races when I qualify in the middle of the pack. end up spinning, as happens to me a good few times this season, making contact with another car, race ruin, wing damage, and that's why a lot of the time I do just say, stuff it, I'll start last, hold back a few seconds, avoid any damage, overtake everyone that does get damage. That's why I do that a lot, and Mushroom's another one that does that as well. Yeah, Farf now at least coming out last. He's got the penalties of course, but he's on the fresh mediums now. He's got all those hard tyres, which really were struggling. And yeah, now it is a battle between the top three again, but Weisshen of course has a 3-second penalty.
There's been some poor driving a few of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Jet is slow, saying Farf and Irish battling furiously before the safety car. I wouldn't surprise they bang wheels. Yeah, I have definitely seen a lot of iffy racing. Desperate moves as well, which absolutely not needed at all around here. Alfa Romeo, they just keep going in the points, and no matter what's happened in the race, both Alfa Romeo seem to be right next to each other and in a decent amount of points as well. 6th and 7th at the moment, hards to the end for them. And yeah, definitely now in the mediums, because of course they'll have a couple of laps now to cool down. They're definitely the right choice. I think it's put the mediums on, wasn't it, not the hards. Yeah, I think Sloth's in a good place, and Weisshen equals the Menace Max, so we'll be looking to get past Liam. We've got a really good battle, I think, especially Weisshen having that 3-second penalty. We've got a great battle for that podium spot. The podium at the moment.
I don't know, Liam's looking quite good.
Yeah, serious Mushroom. The crash was his fault. I reckon Bradfield put something sticky on the wheels or something. But anyway, is Sloth going to go? He's gone. Sloth goes coming out of turn 1. And Liam on his hard tyres just can't keep up. McKenty's already passed Ayrton before the checkered flag.
I think Liam can have this, you know.
Plotters has lost a few places there. He dives down the outside. I think a move was done there before the checkered flag, which obviously isn't allowed. But Ayrton's ahead of Plotters, and they're not going to go side by side for Eau Rouge. Oh, it's not a great camera view at all, and they need to warm these tyres up, and Plotters is really struggling. Liam on Weisshen. Weisshen gets that move done, and Liam doesn't even have room to fight it. Weisshen has the audacity to weave and warm his tyres up too. Weisshen's going to close up to Sloth then. Farf getting past Cryptic Alibi down for P14 then, and we've got a train in front. Look at this. This is a great battle we've got going on here. This is the battle for P7. McKenty has already fallen nearly 2 seconds off the parchment 6. Shadow's getting past Plotters. Plotters has lost loads of places. He's got damage on what? He's almost side by side here with a Haas of Dylan. Dylan on these soft tyres. I want to get past as soon as possible. He's surely not going to go side by side when he doesn't. And Plotters goes wide. Dylan went wide too and got a 3-second penalty. Is he going to go down the inside of Plotters? He's going to go side by side, and Plotters is really struggling. We see on ball with Farf behind. Farf's going to want some of this too. It just shows you if you back off and let one car through, you might end up having to let a whole train through, and Plotters there, and they're side by side. And he gets the move done. And now Bevs is going to have a look at Plotters too. He was P7 at the beginning of this lap, Plotters, and we've got to go on board with Sloth and Weisshen. Weisshen's getting incredibly close. He needs Sloth to get a penalty, and he needs to clear 3 seconds. That's going to be incredibly hard to do. And Plotter's going back on Farf. And Farf keeps that place. And DT Bevs and Cryptic looking interested too. Cryptic's going to get past DT Bevs. Good move there from him. And Bev's going to try and hold it down the inside. Cryptic goes wide though. Cryptic's going to have a nicer line, and Cryptic on those medium tyres is going to take it back as well. Gets past DT Bevs, and Plotter's just in front. Plotter's really struggling on these older hard tyres, isn't he? I think Cryptic might have a look at getting him here as well. Up through Radion, and he's got the pace, he's got the DRS activated. And they're side by side. I don't think Cryptic's got enough to get in front, but he will have the outside line. Let's have a look. On board with DT Bevs. Cryptic breaks a lot later, and he's got the grip to do it as well. And Shadows and Dylan are fighting out for P10. So 16 cars remaining. Vintage not in a session, unfortunately, down in P16. I'm sure what's going on there with him. And Bev's now getting past Plotters as well. Plotters, has he got wing damage? He's not. What are we looking at? Dylan and Shadows. Look how close that. Ayrton's got another 3-second penalty. So yeah, a lot of drivers are struggling with penalties, aren't they? Track limits around here, as already mentioned, have been quite harsh. Yes, Mushroom, enjoy the rest of your birthday, mate. I know the race has not gone his way, but Shadow's taking a funny line through there. I think that's going to let Dylan have a good run on him. Yeah, Plotter's in 7th, just 2 laps ago. Now he's down in 15th. He's really struggling on those hard tyres. Might have minor damage. Yeah, he's in P5. Menace Max looking really good. Dylan's going down the outside, then the Shadows. And Theo's taking a wide line on it, and Dylan gets the move done on those fresh soft tyres. Don't think that's worth fighting too much there for Shadows. Not at this stage, and Plotters is in the pits.
Definitely a podium for Liam.
Oh, yeah. He needs it. He needs it to keep up with Sloth and Weisheng at the moment. He's got to try and stay within 3 seconds of Weisheng too. Plotters is in the pits then. I think he's changed wing. He has. And we get a yellow flag, and Farf is out. He's lost it through Eau Rouge. And another safety car.
Oh, this makes it interesting.
This Belgian Grand Prix, that's the 3rd car to lose it through Eau Rouge. Adam retired in the pits early on. His game glitched. 3 have lost it through Eau Rouge. We saw Irish's crash. Now, oh, and Ayrton's got a drive-through penalty for speed under safety car. Oh, he's in the points. He's now got 6 seconds of penalties and a drive-through. He's thrown away those chances, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a shame, mate. He made up some cracking places there.
Who's this going to help? It's not going to help Weisheng because, again, everyone's going to close back up to him at those 3 seconds, and he might struggle to stay on the podium. I think they might all stay out. Yeah, I think Sloth, I'm not too sure. Because if they pit and then no one else does, they're going to go right to the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Me, personally, go on Sloth.
I would be staying out of the mediums here. The hards, as they're struggling, they might pit, but I'd definitely be staying out if I was Sloth. Got the pace in the leader race as well. I'm confident he's going to stay out, and he does. Weisheng stays out, Liam stays out, Ecos stays out, Matt stays out, Puck stays out, McKenna stays out, Ayrton comes into the pits. Not quite sure.
It looks like everyone's
Theo's in the pits. Theo stays out, Dylan stays out. And Belgium in the pits. Vintage stays out. Plotters who just pitted as well, but it's shame for him. Irish has left the session, but I'm not sure if Ayrton's got damage. That might be why he's pitting, or if he's just going to change the softs, the strategy. And he does. He might be going for the fastest at that point.
He got Vintage AI. He's 11th at the minute.
I know, Vintage in P11. Not even in the session. Incredible.
That'd be brilliant if he picked up a point, wouldn't it?
Oh dear, I'd cry. Oh my.
He'd be loving that.
We've only got 15 cars left though. And Cryptic just behind Plotters. Plotters manages to get out in front. But Ecos here. Ecos is in a really good place here. He can push Liam because Liam's now right in front of him. And on those hard tyres, isn't he? Of course, Weisheng that 3-second penalty. So Ecos was in a good shout of his 2nd podium in WNR here. McKenty as well. P7 looking good from McLaren. Theo's in P8 and he hasn't got. I don't think Theo's got any points since the first race in Australia.
No penalties at the minute, though.
No, Theo's got no penalties, as you can see. There's no black and white flag next to his name. Wow.
It's just a mix-up. We've got mediums, hard, softs. Cracking into the race. Brilliant.
Here is Theo then. To the 2 cars behind, he got penalties as well, so he's looking good for some points. McKenty, the parts managed to have him 6. Plotters, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got wing damage. I think he did change his wings. He might have got minor wing damage somewhere, but he was just falling down so quickly down the order, wasn't he? And that's ruined his chance of some really good points. He can still make it up though. There's a lot of cars in front with penalties, and of course he is on fresh mediums too. Not sure why he didn't put the softs on, Plotters. He could have put. Maybe he didn't have any fresh softs left. I've not seen safety car in this lap yet.
No.
Niles Kelly saying he picked Vintage in his team. Go on the AI, get us a point. And yeah, fast left the session, unfortunately for him. Yeah, and Irish has been saying in the Discord as well that he made contact with another car that pushed him. Yeah, we go, going for one more lap under the safety car. That pushed him into fourth, so obviously he's going to report that and we'll have a look at who caused that. Oh, I said that. We were saying the last few weeks we've had Netherlands last week. Was it? Only DNF, no DNFs were there in Netherlands. Week before we had Hungary. Week before was Azerbaijan. 3 really tight tracks. And we get to Belgium. Look at all the space there is on the track to go racing. And that's when we get all the DNFs. Typical. We said go racing today. I think they've done well to be patient the last few weeks, all of them. But yeah, you have seen some driving today that's been not up to the best standard. I think it's safe to say, but we can't have every race absolutely 100% clean. So wouldn't be realistic then.
We're not professionals, so.
Well, you're definitely not.
I'll get some points tomorrow.
Mushroom saying he's pissed as Bradfield. That might be why he crashed.
He'll never be late. He'll never be late.
Yeah, his tyres were cold, saying Mushroom. Yeah, it's a shame where Eau Rouge falls, of course, because it's one of the hardest corners to get through without crashing in the whole calendar. Right at the beginning of the lap as well. When you've just come out the pits as well, you've seen so many times cars just come out the pits. Such cold tyres and they just go flying up and lose it. Farf moved under the braking and his wing went, saying cryptic. All I'm going to say to that is report it. Yeah, and Vintage could have got onto the points if his power didn't go yet. Well, would he be this high if he was in the race? But he's doing really well, isn't he? Cars around him with penalties too. You know, never know. He could be on some points here, Vintage's AI.
You get another, yeah, you can get another safety car.
We will see, we will see. Yeah, another safety car would help. This is the 3rd safety car we've had. We get confirmation a safety car is coming in this lap then. Let's have a quick look at the positions. Who's made up the most positions this race? Yeah, 8 for Theo, 6 for Mechanic. They've had a great race. Menace Max as well, and P5 has made up 4 places. Plotters has been the big loser, unfortunately. He's having to pit. He's had to pit a couple of times, hasn't he? Yeah, 2 stops, and Cryptic's had 3 stops already. A couple by choice, though. Although he did have wing damage. So Sloth then will take the safety car restart. Equals double stacking, saying Mushroom. Yeah, a lot of people double stack.
Really,
When is Sloth going to go? He goes at the same point as last time. Weisheng has latched onto the back of that though. He's had a great restart. And Liam further back on Haas has not been able to keep up with them. Weisheng takes an inside line and takes a lot more of the curb. And Dylan's getting past Theo down to turn 1. Are they going to go side by side through Eau Rouge? We'll look on board with Shadows. Are they going to do it? Dylan and Theo. Dylan's on the outside. Theo has to sort of back off. And Dylan is in front. Great move there from Dylan. Has given Shadows a brilliant one in both. Bebs gets past there. And let's have a look on board with Shadows. And the lead has changed and Weisheng takes the lead. Sloth's fighting it around the outside. They make contact and Weisheng spins again. And Theo spun too. But Weisheng again has made contact with Sloth. Theo's had a wobble too. And yet again we see Carl spinning around. Weisheng around the same area of the track, and Plotters goes deep there and manages to get past Ayrton. Ayrton's going to fight it on the outside. Ayrton's still got that drive through, I think, to serve, hasn't he? That's a brilliant move from Plotters. We can make that stick, and Cryptic gets a penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. And Ayrton's struggling here, and Cryptic on the outside. Cryptic goes very wide there too. Go on, Sloth, saying Mushroom. Yeah, Sloth in the lead, isn't he? Weisheng's getting past Shadows for P13. Yeah, we said with the first one, definitely sure that Weisheng dived into Sloth, but that one didn't see the full movement of it as we're watching another battle. So you have to look at that after the race if it's reported. But unfortunately, Weisheng's been on the wrong end of both of them. Weisheng's now looked to get past Theo after Theo made a mistake. Menace Max in 4th. Equals in 3rd as well, currently on the podium. As we said, we've got a great battle here for the podium spots, haven't we? Now, will these mediums start to fall off, and will Liam start to get a bit quicker? And Ayrton is now in the pits to do his drive-through. Will these hard tyres now be quicker than these mediums? That's the question. And Theo and Shadows are battling out down in turn 1. Theo managed to stay in front, but yeah, I think these mediums have still got a bit more pace. Although Liam is slowly catching up to Sloth. He's doing a really good job, isn't he? He's had a few P6s this season. Good to see him back up there. This battle for P2, look, Equod's really closing up. There could be a win in this yet for Equods, because look how close Liam's closed up, and Dylan's getting past McKenty for P7, and he gets it done. McKenty's going to try and fight it on the outside, and Dylan cuts the corner and gets a penalty for it, and he has to back off in the end. I think Bevs might get past him as well on the outside. Dylan's going to fight it back, and Dylan's soft tyres, they would have seen the best of their life now. And that second safety car definitely didn't help Dylan. Everyone else can be able to put fresh tyres on now. Bevs can close up to all the cars in front. Bevs is in a good place. He's got penalties though, isn't he? He's got 3 seconds of penalties, unfortunately, for Bevs. Otherwise, all the cars in front would be quicker than. Yeah, Liam definitely catching up to Sloth at this stage of the race, isn't he? He's definitely looking for something good here. Bevs has got another 3-second penalty. Not going to help him at all. Plotters could be up to P7 as it stands with the penalties. When Sloth crosses the line, there's only 3 laps left. Menace Max, he wants to get on the podium, he wants to prove he's a championship driver, doesn't he? He's a few temps off at the moment, he's got to pick his wits about as well, because the party behind isn't too far off, but Equals is currently in third. DRS is now enabled, so this is going to help him close up to Sloth even more. Can Liam stay in the DRS zone though? He's just gone to over a second, and he's a good exit here, and he gets it, he's starting to gain a bit more from the line. Won't get DRS this time round. He needs a good lap here to get into DRS for the final couple of laps. 3 laps left here. Equos does have DRS on Liam though, so that's not going to help Liam. He's going to have to look at what's behind him as well now, because they're going to really close up. You see that gap is coming down. You see Bevs getting past McKenty, and he makes pretty light work of that in the end. Bevs and those fresh soft tyres. He's got 6 seconds of penalties, and Plotters on the inside of Dylan. Dylan's going to fight it as well, no soft tyres, and Cryptic's trying to squeeze in the middle of him. Luckily Cryptic backed out of that. That could have been a huge collision. Weisheng watches on from behind. He needs to be patient. 1.2 now between the top 2. Liam has backed off a bit from Sloth. He needs to close it back up. If he's a challenge, and Weisheng's starting to lose as well, those tyres. Theo Downs felt his chance of points out the window by the looks of it. Although a few cars in front have got penalties, he needs to close up to him, and he's in a good shout. And Weisheng's got brilliant money on Cryptic Alibi. He's going to go around the outside, and Cryptic's tyre have just got more grip, haven't they? And he's keeping that place, he's keeping that fight going. And Weisheng, is he going to break later and go on the outside? I think he is, and he gets the move done. Great move there from Weisheng. Again, it's going to be close for Liam, isn't it? Yeah, 9 attempts.
Did he get DRS?
I think he might get it this time on the straight. Cryptic and Weisheng, look, Cryptic's trying to have another go at Weisheng. They're side by side. Cryptic's got more pace, he's just about left enough room.
Yeah,
Cryptic goes down the inside. Cryptic overtakes Weisheng, but Weisheng's going to go for a switch back. And I think he's going to go for another move. He's not even using the DRS. I'm not quite sure why he can get DRS, but Liam definitely will have DRS this time round. 2 laps left to go. Sloth in the lead. Equos won't have DRS. This will help Menace Max.
He's going to get it.
He has got it. There we go. So he's up now. Look, 8 temps, 7 temps, 6 temps, and Equos having to fend off Menace Max. Liam's pulled away from now. It's all about holding on to that podium for Equos. You see Menace, McKenty and Plotters pricing out for P7 there. Plotters gets the move done, and Weisheng does get past Cryptic up into the points end for Weisheng at least.
Here we go.
Sheng's having a nightmare, saying serious watch at the he's had 2 collisions with Sloth, and he's been spun both times. Sure, Weisheng will let's have a look at the end of the race. Always going to happen sometime. I mean, it's been going nearly all season. I don't think they've touched each other on the track. I remember Bahrain towards the beginning of the season. Whole race they were side by side, no contact at all. Going to happen sometime or another. And unfortunately for Weisheng, it's happened twice in a day for him. Both racing point 11th and 12th, and they need to close up a bit more, don't they, to get some points. Bevs on the part of Bevs needs to get closer and overtake a couple more cars. Please to even stay in the points, because he got 6 seconds of penalties. And yeah, Equals 1.6 off Liam now, and Liam he's got one lap left to do it once Sloth crosses the line. Menace Max in P4 looking really good, get some decent points for that Renault team. Last lap length, not crossing the line as we start the final lap. And Liam does have DRS on the straight as well. This is going to be Liam's best opportunity, you'd have to think, to get it done. And Sloth saved up a lot of DRS and he's going to use it all now. By the looks of it, to pull away. I think he's just too far in front, isn't he? Liam will have DRS. Even still a good P2 here for Liam. He wants the title. They all want the title, especially with Shane dropping points today. This is a great opportunity for whoever wins this race, and even for second, don't get me wrong, they're going to be the top two in the standings still. But Sloth, I think, is looking good, isn't he? His DT Bebs is passing the part, he's down on the outside, and Bebs keeps away, and Liam's got a 3 second, and Max has lost it. Max and Equals have come together. Max and Equals have come together on the final lap. Liam's got a 3 second penalty, and now Leparker's on the podium. Bev's penalties. Such a shame. I think Max and Equals must have come together. I don't know if Max touched him or if Equals slid and went into Max or what happened there. But yet again, another collision, and Equals getting back past Max. Max is struggling, isn't he? Fighting there with Equals still in P11. Theo's up into P10. It looks like Theo's going to get some points. Fortunately, yeah, Equals and Max, I think they're both. Max has a bit of damage, but Equals, I think, has. No, Equals is just slowing down, and Vishane's got another 3 second penalty in P8. And so this is going to let Cryptic get some points, I think, as well. Cryptic's got 8 seconds. Vishane's got 9 seconds. Anyway, what? It has not been the best race, you have to say that. But Sloth, he's been involved in the Cup himself, but he's looked dominant start to finish. Sloth crosses the line and wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Liam's in second, 3 second penalty in the end. Bevs is going to fall back with his penalties. Departure is on the podium. Plotter's in fourth. And from that, McKenty wins. Let's just say nothing for 10 seconds. Say nothing for 10 seconds and then have a look at it. Serious Mushroom saying rapid lead, absolutely.
Incredible.
McKenty, I think would have been fifth. So quickly rewind the stream a little bit. Cryptic saying he has 5 seconds to take off. Yeah, McKenty was 1.5 off Plotters. He gets driver of the day for being P1. He's 1.5 off Plotters.
Jesus, I've got to drive in the Premier League tomorrow. Oh my God. Watching this.
Let's have a look then. Couldn't take your eyes off that race, could you? So McKenty 1.5 off Plotters. That will put him in fifth. So fifth place for McKenty. Everyone else moves up one. So Sloth wins the race. Liam second. Lepart's a third. Fourth for Plotters. Brilliant recovery from him after being right down the back. Yeah, McKenty in P5. I think his best finish of the season as well. Sixth for Bevs. Seventh for Theo. Dylan is in sixth. Cryptic's got a 5 second penalty to be removed, so that'll put him up to 8th as well. Good points for Racing Point. Shane does take the final point in P10.
Yeah.
And such a shame. Such a shame for Equals and Menace Max, who I'm not sure what happened on the final lap. But they did come to blows, didn't they, when they were looking really good for P3 and P4, and it could have been even more with Liam with that penalty as well. Could have been podium for them both, but they instead outside the points. It was looking good for Ayrton at one point at the beginning of the race too, but the drive through and the penalties racked up for him too. Yeah, the cars at DNF, you see Mushroom, Jake and Farfel losing it through Eau Rouge. Irish, we saw his collision. He thinks someone touched him as well, sent him into Farf, and had him retired early on. Well, that was non-stop. Yeah, Theo and Cryptic very happy with their points. Yeah, McKenty P5 for him. Brilliant effort from McKenty. Really good drive again. He's one saying to me a few weeks ago he's struggling. He's with form. He's been really unlucky. I think he had 4 finishes in a row with no points, and now I think he's got 5th. I think he's had 3 top 6 finishes in a row out of 4 races now. So, and yeah, he did a really good race. I think he spun as well at one point, McKenty. So again, just proves you got to keep going. And yeah, I don't think we've had safety cars. We didn't have a safety car all last weekend. Now we've got 3 in one race. Yeah, that was non-stop, eventful. Some of the racing weren't great. Some of it was brilliant.
No, but it was, definitely an entertaining race. I enjoyed that.
I'll end it there. Thanks for everyone for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for Premier League. Bradford will be a bit quieter because he'll be racing. He'll be a bit less on the drink as well, I reckon. You'll be spinning everywhere, won't you? Oh dear. Watch out then if you're racing next to him. We'll see you tomorrow about 7:30. Good night.